part of the good fortune of living in Bolinas is that we have community organizations like the Volunteer Fire Department and like Bolinas Family Practice.
We are very blessed out here to have the clinic and have the personnel that are so interested and knowledgeable and pleasant and interested and available. People, really have to be available. They're all very fine. We have a very fine personnel over here in Bolinas, and we're very fortunate.
We will lose our clinic, our very important clinic, if it is not moved.
The space for the Bolinas Family Practice is completely inadequate to the present and future of having a clinic in Bolinas.
They're not in an ADA compliant building, and they will lose state funding unless they get into a bigger space.
And it's clear, if you take the time to look, that the fire department building is getting too old and needs to be renovated.
We need to update the facilities to keep up with the modern equipment that's being built right now. We'd like the department to be seismically safe.
The edge of this glue lamp is sitting right on the wall here. The wall were to shift and that glue lamp popped out, the entire engine bay would collapse. These are, little engines that barely fit in. In a modern fire station, we wouldn't have to worry about building our engine to the station. So in the new station, the ceiling is going to be approximately 5 feet higher than this station. This is our food / maintenance closet / firefighter gear storage / water heater room. We've got emergency medical supplies and medicines stored in here, and it's pretty cramped. It should just be the maintenance closet here. We should have a separate place to keep our food. Medical room / weight room / duty officer desk / storage. As you can see, piled floor to ceiling, entire way around the room. There's not enough room to work out. Not enough room to store all our stuff. It's kind of just laying out because, all our shelves and cabinets are full. It's also where the firefighter sleeps.
We need a new firehouse. There's a group of us called Friends of the Firehouse who have been meeting since November. We've been working to make sure that this firehouse works for our community.
And I think of all the new families with young kids. I think of all the surfers who get banged up surfing. I think of the craftspeople who get hurt sometimes on the job. I think of the whitecaps, the older people. I also think about the new elders in town, of which I'm one. The people who are turning 60, 65, or whatever it is. I can't imagine, for those of us who are committed to living in Bolinas and who are committed to spending our 60s and 70s and 80s, God willing, in Bolinas, I can't imagine what it would be like if we didn't have Bolinas Family Practice. And so from my point of view, putting these two things together in one place where the clinic will be right next to the helicopter pad, that's going to save somebody's life.
In the event of a disaster to this town, all of our resources are in one spot, and we can come to the aid of the town a lot quicker, jointly, as opposed to them being downtown and possibly being incapacitated by their situation down there. We've had floods downtown. The clinic has been completely inaccessible. It allows us to work together up in this area.
When there's a disaster, no one's gonna get there any faster than your volunteers.
More gopher, better blades, headquarters.
When there's a disaster, no one's gonna get there
our guys were just
volunteers. Yeah.
They had the helicopter come in. The paramedics came to my home.
A lot of these people are volunteers and they do wonderful work for us.
Go! We got grants, donations, and a parcel tax. Building a safe and healthy future.
Back in February of 2003, all three agencies came to the foundation to propose a joint project that benefits the whole community. It helps build a new firehouse for the Bolinas Volunteer Firefighter Association, a new clinic for the Bolinas Family Practice, and requests money for a new irrigation system to irrigate the playing fields that are surrounding me right now here at Mesa Park.
The town of Bolinas decided to tax itself so that it could support public recreation year-round to fund the park, and now Bolinas has a public park. Right now we're working on getting a permit from the Regional Water Board that we can use, that will give us permission to treat the treatment pond water across the street and use it for irrigating the fields. Then we're going to go to the state Parks and Rec and ask them to give us a grant to build the facility that'll allow us to treat the water.
We need bathrooms. As you can see, the playing fields here are very dry and it's only spring. People continue to play here, but many players don't because it's just too dangerous. There are many sprained ankles, there are gopher holes, it's too hard. With irrigation, people will be able to play year-round. Also, the children who play soccer in the soccer league currently are not able to have home games in Bolinas and must practice and play their home games at other fields throughout the county. With irrigation, children in Bolinas will be able to continue playing home games and practice here throughout the year. This is an old aerial shot of Mesa Park and Firehouse. This is Mesa Road. The new clinic will be right next to the firehouse here. Here are the sewer ponds. Water from the sewer ponds will come across the street to irrigate all of the playing fields to make them available year-round. The sewer line from the bathrooms at Mesa Park, the clinic, and the firehouse will go back across the street to the sewer ponds.
Couldn't play at the school, so we started getting together with parents, and we made our own field right up here, and that's how the first field got formed. And George, Mark Fraser, Robin Miller. The park could not have been built without the hundreds, probably thousands of hours that volunteers have put in. People have donated materials, they've donated heavy equipment, and they've gone out and dug ditches, pulled weeds, hauled dirt, built backstops, built dugouts. Virtually everything you see here has been built by the local people who volunteered.
And I hope we can all stand on that ground one day and cut that ribbon and celebrate our new firehouse and our community clinic.
At the Bolinas Community Firehouse and Clinic, building a safe and healthy future. We need $3.8 million for the Bolinas Community Firehouse and Clinic. We got grants, donations, and a parcel tax. Building a safe and healthy future at the Bolinas Community Firehouse and Clinic. Building a safe and healthy future at the Bolinas Community Firehouse and Clinic. We're building a safe and healthy future. The Bolinas Firehouse and Clinic, Firehouse and Clinic, yeah. The Bolinas Firehouse and Clinic, Firehouse and Clinic, yeah. The Bolinas Firehouse and Clinic, Firehouse and Clinic, yeah. We're gonna raise 3.8 million, 3.8 million, yeah. We're gonna raise 3.8 million, 3.8 million, yeah. We're gonna raise 3.8 million, 3.8 million, yeah.